Welcome back, guys, to Tales of Arise. Well, last episode, we finished up the content of Dahna, catching our final fish, the Silver Marlin, finishing off events in the Owl Forest, and then taking on one final subquest with the Wonder Bard, Record Collection, visiting friends we met on our journey to collect vocal recordings. Now we return to Rena and Tarfhal Helgarahi to continue through the dungeon to our final battle. Let's dodge foes in this floor, and then get exploring even deeper. Quite a lot of sub-quests, but it was most important that we actually managed to fight through it. We've only gained 5 levels since. Oh, look at those platinum chunks. They sell for quite a lot. But we should out-level the monsters in here by...
That enemy looks strong. I bet it'll be worth our while to
around...
fight.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm gonna fight you. Gold.
We're in for a long slog with this one.
Ignite!
Hurricane! Not on my watch! Ready?
Out-level our enemies by a fair margin now.
But they're big!
I think we can get through this.
Don't let up until it's over.
Who said anything about letting off?
I think the enemies are around level 54 in here while we're at 61.
As impressive as always.
Oh, I haven't put my new skill on yet.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever. I've never seen Xion actually look flustered.
Have I been debuted?
That'll bring you down.
I have no limits. Running flash! We did it!
This one's mine.
Now, let me... Sonic Crush! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Step back. This one's all law.
Gold obtained, and... Oh, got his next ability. 10 hit boost gauge complete for attack plus 50. I guess I'll go for elemental attack next then. Increase critical damage, ease your oath limit. Seems like the one to do. So we've also got, because we're here again, 100% bonus experience, 100% bonus SP. Interestingly, we don't pick up gold in that way. Yeah, we don't have to fight. I just want platinum chunks, maybe. That's how we pick up gold, after all. We are already at the door. And heading deeper within. Oh, a lift battle again.
Little help! Get behind me!
Take this!
Going in!
Blow away!
Time to fly!
Not today!
I missed completely. Good job.
Reinforcements incoming! Not a problem!
Got flyers!
I've got this! Marksman handler!
All yours! Blow away!
Leave the enemy's arc to me!
No complaints here.
Thunder!
Remembering that the enemies here are probably weak to a thunder for an incredibly potent reason.
Say no more! Got it!
With
Now!
more incoming!
You're mine!
We managed to turn the tide!
For now. But things could shift at a moment's notice.
You're right. Better stay alert.
This one's mine!
Rising Falcon!
Glacial Spear. Here's the evil.
I'm not done!
Blazer. It's
Start up!
time. Air thrust.
Someone cast a spell and got us, but our HP and stats are just shrugging it off now.
Thunder!
Reinforcements?
It's over!
Switch to offense!
Now.
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Did it!
Yeah! Nice technique!
No escape! I'm not done!
Hurricane!
Do it. Xion. Astral energy. Full throttle.
My
Reinforcements?
turn! You're mine! Ha! This one's all mine! Eternal devastation!
Damn it, died.
Now!
Switch to offense!
More?
Glacial
I'm
Spear.
not done!
Here's the
Hurricane
evil.
Start up!
Oh, Spark. Blazer.
Rising Ice Falcon! No escape!
Here I go.
With that!
As impressive as always.
Here I hope there was improvement.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever. I've never seen Xion actually look flustered.
Make it rain!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
And now we're back in a cool, pure combat.
This one's mine.
Hurricane Dirt! Lightning
Devastation!
Do it, Kisara. Frozen.
Hammer!
Nicely done. Rinwell, astral energy. Full throttle.
Woo!
Step back. This one's all law.
The elevator sequences are fun just because you end up doing exactly what we just ended up doing. Xion has increased mid-air damage from that. So that's an attack plus 50, nicely for her. Where do we go next? So resistance 50, defense 20, penetration 20. I guess we go for the 50, right? Increase BG at start battle. Increase boost gauge from enemies down is actually better. More usage. How long do you reckon it'll take to come down this entire area? And we're in lower level, second floor. Elixir. I can't keep this going now that I've gone that way. Ooh, dragons.
No choice. Ignite!
Too shy to come over.
No escape!
These guys don't have a weak spot, so it's pure damage.
Will this help? Healing circle. The waters are freezing.
At level 54.
Thank you for all your
Oh
help.
my goodness, I'm getting crushed.
You made me. I'm glad to know someone's got my back.
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Now!
Shield and
Try harder!
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare to Malisa!
Here we go. Suddenly now realizing the absolute amount of battles we're going to be dealing with here.
Here I come!
Lion Towel! Time to
Blow
stop!
away! Raining Slash!
Lion
Blow
Towel!
away!
Grounded
Take it!
I really feel like the weakness strike there should do more damage.
Nothing gets by me! Flaming
No
Meteor!
further.
Healing circle.
I owe you one.
Their arts were interrupted. And just like that, I'm back in it.
Start by holding the front line.
No sooner said than done.
Frozen.
Hammer!
Nicely done.
My turn!
All thanks to you.
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Come on, Xion. I believe you can hit your second astral arc.
He's going all out.
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire!
Only at first. Oh yeah, I guess we still gotta like get Law's last ability as well.
Magic is there.
We'll have to check what happens when we've activated the next teleporter. Well, how are you not dead yet?
Now,
Rinwell!
astral energy.
Say no more!
Expecting him to go down a little bit faster.
Everyone's still in one piece?
Right, a big dragon next. Oh, also the side rooms. What the hell? I guess I'll go in here first. This is a dead end, so it's probably got treasure chests in it. More of the Helgan quill.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Rain it out! Prepare to be gleaned! Blow away!
That's a bad timing of what that aim, mister.
Blow away! We got flyers!
Unstoppable. Let a marksman handle it. Winds of heaven.
All yours! My turn! Take this!
Magic is there.
Blue escape! Stardust!
Do it. Rinwell. Frozen.
Hammer!
And then zoom over to the next enemy.
All thanks to you.
Stardust!
Now. Frozen.
Hammer!
Now! I'm not done!
Do it!
Totally! In an instant! Impact Claw!
Woo!
I can feel my power growing!
We've just got so much power now that we can bash through it. Crazy amount. Stamina ring. Of course, it only comes
Good equipment.
at level
I can't
1.
say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.
So it's completely crap. It's garbage. Oh well. So, a big red dragon. I haven't fought one of these yet. Astral Isolation. Oh, this one does have a weak spot.
In a bind.
I'll shoot them out of the sky!
Blow away!
Pain between heaven and earth. Lightning meteor! Go for the weak point!
Raining slash!
Got
The
it!
flame inside me yearns
Now's
to
our
be let
chance!
free!
Glacial fire!
Any enemy with a cord is just beautiful.
Thunder!
Comic strike! Fire blow! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! A whirling struggle! Inferno
Blow away!
Winds
Not
of heaven!
today!
Think you can fly? Sleep
Hurricane
now!
blow away!
Mighty steer!
Raining slash!
Burning strike! Think you can
Blow
fly?
away!
Pierce! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
That extra period of time where you can get down damage.
Hey! Poodle's quivering! I think we're about to be real lucky.
5 dragon blood. I've got to climb this, have we? That must be a bit spiky. Of course, it runs out before we get anywhere. So it seems this section is going to be about navigating our way through the Thorns more than a lot of other things. Come on, guys. All join together.
Out of our way!
Take you all on at once. It'll be fine.
Far beyond the darkest time.
Get behind me!
Lunar corruption.
Not
on my watch. Gemini Aqua.
Be careful, everyone! This one isn't normal!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alpha!
Force that guy into an AoE.
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you! Flaming meteor! I'll stop its charge! Do it, Kisara!
Astral energy.
Say no more! Now!
Wait, the others are dead already?
I'm not done!
Inferno!
Blow away! Try harder! My turn! The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Raining slash!
Easter.
Raining slash!
The waters of creation. Searing flame. Droplet.
Burn in hell!
Radiant pierce.
Time to shine!
There we go.
Raining slash!
Meteor!
Should be able to break the core as well. Well, I thought I would have been able to, but I'm not hitting it.
Far enough!
Got it.
Now's our chance!
Raining slash!
Piercing roll! Mega ray!
Bang!
Sealed.
Comic thrust! Blizzard blow!
Pierce through!
Make it rain!
Rinwell!
They
Astral energy.
attack so
Say no
wide.
more.
Too much lunging. It's very easy to dodge.
Well then, let's keep moving.
And our bonuses are getting us some nice SP by the look of it. But we're already getting other people maxed out. Increased mid-air damage for Rinwell. Gets penetration 40. I guess KO prevention? Penetration 30 next. I mean, you got the elemental defense, I guess. Increased boost gauge from enemy defeats would probably be pretty good, though. And we got from enemy downs as well. I'm going to go with the downs, because again, the more boost gauge they get, the faster up they are. The more we can use the abilities. It's the best we can do. This part of the music to me every time is Star Trek. I can't help but think that it's not. Hello? Any monsters in the castle? Oh my goodness, it's the money room. Oh my god, it actually is the money room. Platinum chunks, maybe, would be the money. I kind of need higher rarity, so I guess you gotta use like an item to boost rarity or a food type to boost rarity to get better stuff. 6 platinum chunks is at least, I think, 30k, if not more. That's the money room, baby. I'll do in it.
Right, here goes!
Don't bring you down. The water will free.
Like
Go! Now!
Rinwell!
Astral energy!
Say no more. Got it.
Wait, the other guy's dead as well?
Lightning orb!
Blow away!
Here! Illuminate the dark!
Okay, here I come!
Holy land! Radiant chain between heaven and earth!
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
I didn't mean to get the boost break as well. Just turned out that way.
Lunar corruption!
Raining splash!
Illuminate the dark! Holy
Charge like that can easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop. Hurricane
No, one hit me.
Perfect thrust!
Pierce through!
Blizzard blow!
Be still!
Photon blast!
Void blast! I'll burn it all! Flaming pillar! Fire!
Kind of mastered that now, haven't I?
Rinwell! Frozen! Hammer! Now that's what I call ice.
Together, I knew we could do it.
Right, adamantine tendons are what you need to make some weapons as well, but of course we've already got that weapon made.
I won't forgive
This guy sucks for not having a thing.
you.
Take this!
Hurricane
No
strike!
escape!
Raining
flash! Blow away!
Divine save! Careful! Flash the
Flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Hurricane strike!
Raining flash!
As long as you stay near his back.
Hurricane strike!
Raining flash! Blow away!
First force!
Can't really do anything.
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me!
Got it! I'll leave it to you! You picked the wrong fight!
By the power of flame!
Blow away!
Notice how it's just locking them down.
Now! This ends now!
It's all about the other ability meta, isn't it?
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
The Zoogles here are putting up a real fight.
That just goes to show how important this place is.
Or perhaps they simply thrived freely here under such harsh conditions.
I don't give a damn why they're here. We'll burn it all to the ground.
I mean, I'm assuming the reason they're putting up such a fight is because we're in such small corridors. I don't think they're just going to stay asleep, are they?
The astral energy here is so dense. It's like trying to walk through water.
I know the Great Spirit's will is in the center of Rena, but with the world in this state, the entire planet has become its body, right? So doesn't that mean we're already inside it?
I would say that is horrifyingly correct. After all, the further we climb, the denser the astral energy becomes.
What's the matter, Rinwell? Are you not feeling all right?
No, it's nothing like that. It just feels like the energy here is a little more intense than it was before.
You mean Rena's energy?
Yeah, it's like when I made contact with Dahna's will in the wedge. It's almost as though I can understand what Rena's will is thinking.
But Rena's will is supposed to be a lot stronger. Aren't we risking the Great Spirit controlling us if we interact with it directly?
I don't think we have to worry about that. Rena's will is only supposed to control true Renans, like the Helganquil. If we can discern what the Great Spirit is thinking too, we might learn something, a weakness. But just to be safe, let me contact it alone.
Are you insane? Rinwell, you're gonna...
Rinwell!
There was only meant to be one world. And your goal is to make them one. Is this fear? What just happened?
Are you all right? Rinwell? Rinwell, are you okay?
No, I'm fine. I think.
What were you thinking? You could have gotten yourself killed!
He's right. You had us all terrified, Rinwell.
I'm sorry. I really am. But I know now. I know how the Great Spirit thinks. I know what it wants, how it feels. Rena's Great Spirit wants to complete the world.
What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying it's trying to make something?
Yes, exactly. Originally, Dahna and Rena were meant to be one world. But that never happened. They've stayed separated, and the Great Spirit wants to finish the process.
What do you mean, one world? How is that even possible?
I don't know, but its will is clear. That's what the Great Spirit is trying to accomplish. The only problem is that since Rena's energy isn't evenly spread like Dahna's, it seems like it'll vanish before that happens naturally.
So it's trying to absorb Dahna while it still can, so that it can force the two planets to unite. Is that what you're saying?
The Great Spirit is scared. But it's not scared the way a rational person would be. It's more raw and undiluted, like just pure fear.
Like an animal, acting out of instinct. Although admittedly, an animal would be easier to communicate with. At the very least, I have my doubts that it recognizes us as sentient beings with a reason for coming here. Earth, water, fire, and wind energy exist in both worlds, but only darkness and light can be found within Rena and Dahna, respectively. The Renis Alma, as far as we know, the only host capable of harvesting the astral energy, is composed of all six. Knowing all that, Rinwell's findings do sound plausible.
That sounds a lot like Shion's Thorns, doesn't it? The whole reason the Great Spirit is trying to unite Dahna and Rena into one world is in order to save itself. And if her Thorns are part of the Great Spirit, then they must also be trying to save themselves?
Alphen, what is it?
We thought the only way to free your Thorns was for you to die. Yet despite that, they seem to be doing everything in their power to stop that from happening to you. Something wasn't adding up. But then I just realized something. If the Great Spirit doesn't want to die, then neither would your Thorns. Those same emotions, that fear, that determination, and its energy must have been the same thing that was keeping you alive. You were its vessel.
In that case, is that why her thorns caused so much pain to anyone who touched her? Because they were trying to protect themselves?
If that's all true, then... well, it's more than a little ironic.
The Great Spirit merely expresses its desires. I imagine it was the Helganquil who were likely tasked with putting together and implementing an actual plan.
Shion.
I'm okay. We need to hurry and clean this mess up before it gets out of hand.
Still, even if the current state of the world is wrong like you said, does that really make everything okay?
If the world had been whole from the start, as it should have been, there'd be no Dahna and no Rena, no masters or slaves, no lords, no crown contest, maybe just peace.
Well, that's confusing. Before I say anything about it, of course, we've got a skit that we don't want to wear off. Ceaseless hunger.
To think, all this started because of the Great Spirit's desire to keep living. The only reason it craves energy is because it's dying from starvation. When you think about it like that, maybe the things it's done aren't so strange after all.
If Rena had been more like Dahna, things would have worked out a whole lot better.
It's like Hevrect 35 told us. The Dahnan and Renan spirits are meant to be completely different beings.
Rena's energy amassing in one place led to its developing a powerful will. But that also made it crave energy, sapping Rena dry until it perished.
Whereas Dahna's energy is dispersed, meaning its will never developed to the same extent. And without that hunger, Dahna the planet was spared.
As for which is correct, well, I'm not sure it's our place to even say. Still, I can't help but think it reminds me a lot of the dichotomy of the human condition.
Dichotomy? What do you mean?
Those who know not satisfaction are driven to keep devouring without limit. But those who are content with their lot in life rarely fulfill their potential. I imagine it's likely that the larger Rena's great spirit grew, the more and more powerful its hunger also became.
Everything in moderation. When all's said and done, maybe that's the hardest thing for people to learn.
It's kind of crazy now that we've come to this point and now we're sort of going, well, actually, the Great Spirit, the planet isn't bad, like, necessarily. It expressed desire to, like, rejoin and be what was originally meant to be somehow, some way. And then that desire was expressed to the Helgarahi, who suddenly went, do you know what? What if we take all these mages on this planet and then we turn them into these other people that then oppress these people as slaves and yada yada? It's like, what? I mean, is this the reason why the game's quite fine with the Helgarahi coming to their extinction more than what's going on with the planet? Because the game have kind of written off the Helgarahi, hasn't it? When you think about it. Not just because they're going to extinction because of their temporary, you could say. Well, we'll only find out by diving deeper, I guess. But all of a sudden, our enemy isn't so enemy-ish. Speaking of the Helgarahi, half your HP in one attack. Don't mind if I do.
As impressive as always.
Here I hope there wasn't too.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever. I've never seen Fiona actually.
All yours, Kisara. My turn.
Pierce evil!
I'm not done. Pierce through.
Run! Come forth and
Eternal devastation.
Annihilation!
Pierce
Time to
through.
radiant drum!
Sonic thrust. Thunder.
Flaming meteor!
Come one, come all.
Whirling struggle! Gemini
It's on.
Winds of
Start
heaven!
up.
First force! Do it! Astral energy!
It's amazing how
Say no
much
more.
that attack builds up their gauge nicely while doing such pitiful damage to allow us to hit the special.
Incredible.
I gave it everything I had.
Alright. This might be taking us down to the first floor in a second by the look of it. Or third floor. As we get another Omega Elixir. I'm down at 14 CP, so I guess because I didn't eat the food that gives me CP back, which would have been nice to go through this place with. I guess I'll use an orange shell. Oh, Dagon.
Out of my way!
You picked the wrong fight.
Oh man, I could have boost breaks and moved to something else.
Raining slash.
Finish without a
Throw
trace!
away. Raining slash.
Hard-hitting star!
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
I'm not... Take this! I'm not done! Blow away!
Oh my goodness. Jon just wrecked this guy. I mean, sorry, Rinwell. The dragon damage plus lightning is the element of weakness.
Blow away!
My head's spinning, just watch it!
Armor won't save you! Raining strike!
Do it!
Remove!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
My goodness.
No complaints from me.
3,000 a damage tick. Pretty tasty. Okay, we got increased down damage now. So increased counterattack critical rate is what we'll be going for the big elemental attack boost. And maybe now we reach the 3rd floor.
Wherever we go on this planet, there are machines littered everywhere.
It's impressive to look at as a bystander, but I sure wouldn't want to live here with all of this around.
I know what you mean. There are no fish here. I couldn't cook any of my delicious dinners for you all if we lived here.
Clearly the worst point against it.
Clearly. This is only Zone 1 though when you look at it. I'm not sure if like the upper... Actually, we can check. I know, it just says lower level 3rd floor corridor on there. We can check. Hi, big dude in the long corridor.
Blow away! This one's all mine! It can hide itself? Amazing! Ignite! Blow away! Raining
Annihilation!
Blow away! Raining flash!
I'll take you all on!
That should knock it down for a little bit more. It should go invisible and then should be the charge turn.
Anything in armor is all mine! Radiant here!
Blow away!
Come forth! Holy land! A chain between heaven and earth!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to
Not that I figured out their AI or anything.
This one's mine! Do it! Feeling so hot.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Close poison is the next attack. Well, paralysis.
That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting.
Take the comedian high, thank you very much. My defense food's actually wearing out at this point. I just wish I took the CP food. That would have made it way easier.